Hey Morgan, I know in some of our conversations with Scott, he's talked about continuity, on the lines, whether it's the first, second, or third line or whatever. But it seems like maybe because of the competition, it's been a little bit of a revolving cast on that fourth line. So does that add to the challenges to keep things fresh? How do you approach that?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the nature of the business. I don't think that's kind of something exclusive to our team. That's kind of how things work. Typically, a guy gets hurt and someone gets called up. They're fitting in on that fourth line usually, or that's just kind of nature of the business. So we have enough good players, enough depth where I think it doesn't really matter who it is. We can go out there and be productive, and obviously you like getting in a rhythm and playing with the same players. But yeah, like I said, no matter who it is, I'm happy to go out there and play with them.
From that perspective, how's it gone so far? I guess you guys have been around long enough. You don't have to have the name tags and "Hi, I'm Morgan" type of thing.
Yeah, that's nice for sure. Obviously this is kind of the first skate where it feels like pretty similar to what our team was last year. So yeah, I've played a lot of different guys, some young guys, some guys I've played with before. So yeah, just good to get back and see everyone and get back on the ice.
I guess from that perspective too, though, it's good, as far as when the regular season starts, because usually, you do have different guys. If the coaches are fiddling with the lineup or there is an injury, it's usually the fourth line that winds up getting affected, whether you move up or new guys are coming in.
Yeah. Like I said before, that's just kind of how it is. Everyone wants to move up in the lineup at some point, but I'm ready to go with whoever kind of they put me with and whoever I'm playing with.
How did you feel after that first game against Minnesota last Saturday? I think it was. You kind of lose track of the days, and where are you at going into this next one?
Yeah, I mean it was preseason hockey. I think you guys could probably see that. I think everyone's kind of getting their legs under them. So I just felt like I was going out there trying to feel the puck. There's obviously some things you want to do better, but that's what the preseason's for. So we haven't been sent out the lineup yet, but I'm sure be getting in one here soon again and get another opportunity to kind of ramp up towards the season. So yeah, just kind of building, and we're getting there.
Not that you ever take anything for granted, but will it be almost refreshing that it's closer to an NHL type lineup in the rematch with Minnesota compared to 5 days ago?
Yeah. Like I said, I have no idea if that'll be the case or not. But I think as we inch towards the start of the regular season, the systems kind of come into play a little bit more. Like you said, the lineup usually morphs into kind of what it will look like for Game 1 of the regular season. So yeah, it's exciting. I think we're all just ready to get going now. This is kind of the point where camp kind of drags out, and you just want to get going and compete against other teams. So it's exciting.
We talked to the power play guys about the extended special teams practice a couple of days ago. How beneficial was that for the PK from your perspective?
Yeah, I think it was good. Obviously, the systems have changed a little bit. It looks like the personnel is going to change a little bit, but I think it's probably been discussed ad nauseum, but it needs to be better this year. It's you see how big a part of playoffs that is. A team like Edmonton last year going all the way to the Cup, in Florida as well, but just really that emphasis on having both special teams clicking, and I think that was probably a big part of kind of our downfall there at the end and in playoffs. Those systems have to be better. So I don't expect that'll be the last time we spend extended time working on those things, but until we can prove that they're going to be better, and I'm confident they will take another step forward this year. But I think that's practice was kind of some good circumstances, some good situations for us to take that next step.
And I remember when you were traded here, some of the scouts and things would say, well, you were too good for the AHL long before New York found regular minutes for you, and now you're getting a lot of fourth line minutes here. Every once in a while, Arnie will tell us he's hoping to get you into more minutes and more minutes. I'm thinking about growth, though. When you're working out in the summer or here, working to take those next steps in your career, how do you manage yourself when you know that minutes explosion might not be right around the corner?
Yeah, I think you need to be ready for it. You never know when it's going to happen, but you need to prove that. So for me, there's times last year where I did that, and there's times where I didn't. It needs to be consistent. And, you talk to a lot of guys around the league. It seems like every team seems to think they have a ton of depth. Every team seems to think there's a ton of guys, and that's just the reality of our game right now. I think there's, you see kids coming straight out of college, kids coming straight out of junior, and guys, lifetime AHL guys working their way up. So there's always going to be competition for those minutes, and I think that's just something you lean into. So You know, I have belief in myself. I think if I keep playing my game and show the way I know I can, that those things will come in time. But yeah, you definitely have to manage kind of your timeline and where you want to get there. But you know, it's something I think we've all worked on at time. Everybody wants more minutes, so yeah, I just got to go out there and kind of prove it to the coaches, I think.
So being a hockey player in part is kind of getting used to the idea that sometimes you can be running as fast as you can, but not necessarily gaining ground.
I think that's a great way to put it. Yeah, you know, like I said, you can go talk to everyone in this room and ask them if they want 2 or 3 more minutes, and I think every single guy would say yes. So that's part of our game, but that's part of what makes it great. There's always you know, another step you can reach and kind of another level you can get to. Thanks.
Makes Neil Pionk such a popular guy, Morgan?
He's not that popular. No, he's he always comes in smiling and joking, and you know, he's always got some sort of quip or remark. So I think that just goes a long way. And you know, I watched most of the game there last night. He looks really good. So I'm sure he had a good summer, and he's going to be ready to go, and he'll be a big part of our team on and off the ice.